Happy to be joined by trainer Brad Cox this morning to talk about some of his Kentucky Oaks and Derby contenders now that the final prep races are behind us. Brad, first let's start with, we'll go Jeff Ruby Stakes winner, Final Gambit, who has never run on the dirt before. There was obviously a reason for why you started him on the grass, but what has changed from then to now that makes you think he'll run on the dirt?
Well, he's got 100 points, so that's a reason to start bracing him on the dirt and figure out if he can do it. But he's had two moves here at Churchill. They've both been very, very good. Really happy with what we saw from him yesterday morning. Moved it up a day or two. Got some wet weather last night. Track was still good this morning, but he bridged very well. So, we'll see. Ultimately, it'll be up to the Juddmonte team if they want to pursue the Derby. But he's trained well, and everything's been very positive with him since the Ruby.
And then you have Florida Derby winner Tappan Street, who will be one of the lighter race horses in the Derby. But do you think this is one that maybe has and will continue to get better with distance?
Yeah, for sure. Yep, Louis is very confident that he'll improve with more ground. After the Holy Bull, he said, "Look, he's the real deal." We skipped the Fountain Youth. We went to the Florida Derby. It paid off. He ran a big figure. Ran against a very good group of colts, and honestly, I think it's been the best prep run this year so far. I think it was a very strong race. I thought the figures come back very strong, and excited about leading him over there and giving him an opportunity at a 1.25 miles.
And then I do want to touch on Flood Zone, who does have enough points to make the field, but maybe didn't have his best day in the UAE Derby. What were your takeaways from that race?
Just a flat run. Listen, it's a lot to ask of a horse. He's here in quarantine at Churchill across the street, so I think we pick him up on Friday. And once we get him back in the barn, we'll just go over him and make sure everything's good, get him back to the track, and we'll have a meeting with Wathnon and see if that's something they would like to pursue, or we'll just regroup and find something a little bit softer moving forward.
And then last but not least is your superstar, Filly and Good Cheer. Her flawless record speaks for herself talent-wise, but maybe what are some of the qualities or characteristics that she has that separates her from others?
She's just easy. She's very classy. She's not a difficult filly to be around. She does her job. She's somewhat easy to ride. Takes it all in and responds when riders ask her to pick it up, slow down, whatever. So she's really awesome to have in the barn, obviously, and looking forward to stretching her out as well. She's another one we've always thought could be better. I always kind of thought last fall before she, this win streak really got rolling, she could win the Alabama. But obviously she's 6 for 6 and looking to continue Oaks Day.
Well, it is always a pleasure to talk to you, so thank you so much for your time this morning, and best of luck headed towards the first Friday and Saturday in May.
Thank you.